Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. And welcome back to today's kind of midday bonus. Kind of just a chit-chat session. Show you guys that I appreciate you. But before we get into that, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below. My merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Fighting Encounters Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeff Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, the links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support this channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe. It's absolutely free. It does not cost you a cent. It doesn't do anything except help this channel grow. Click that like button and leave a comment. It really does help, and guys, it definitely matters. Now, everyone, I've taken far too much of your time. Let's get into today's bonus, shall we? All right, guys, what's up? Just thought I'd have a little chit-chat session with you. Nothing really going on. I'm going to work on tonight's second half in a little bit. I reached out to a person. I've got a lot of people I've got to reach out to, actually. The accident that I was in really kind of put a halt in my productive mind, I guess. I kind of slowed down a little bit thinking about things. I kind of wanted to just chit chat with you a little bit about some interesting terminology in this community. I'm not circling or singling anyone out at all. So please don't think I am. So I think it's great that the amount of people that are in this community love the community. Those who are really passionate. But then you have those people that that are like, and I've just started to realize it, the pretentious cryptozoology people that would not be bothered by saying Bigfoot or Sasquatch. They have to say Sabe, like they're Ojibwe. It separates them from the norm. It's so funny. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. It's something, I don't like pretentiousness. So I guess it's always when people are pretentious and they use a term that is so seldom spoken. Like, I was watching this ghost paranormal research thing, and this woman was, instead of saying demon, she daemon, and I'm like, oh my lord. It's just things like that drive me insane. But the word Sabe is from the Ojibwe tribe, and it means Sasquatch. Just like the Ojibwe have their own version of the skinwalker called the bear walker. Very interesting. I don't know why I started off with that whole little thing, but it's funny. It's just, can you imagine loving this field so much and then because you say Sabe, there's those people that actually, because I did a conversation with this person 2 weeks ago on the phone, and I'd say Bigfoot and they'd correct me by saying Sabe. Well, we call it the Sabe, and I'm like, are you Ojibwe? You're probably whiter than the sheet of paper that I'm looking at right now. Just call it what it is. Bigfoot, Woodman. Call it what you want, but it's just funny. I don't know why I think it's funny, but yeah, the word comes from Ojibwe terminology. But I think that by using the Ojibwe, term really points out that all cultures, all Native American cultures, have their own version of Skinwalker, Yedanalushi, or Yinadalushi, however you want to say it. But not all Native cultures call them Skinwalkers. They may be the same thing, but I saw a Skinwalker in Georgia. You probably saw a shapeshifter from whatever native tribe is in that area, but it's not a Skinwalker. It's definitely not a Ye-Nadalushi. They were used, and if you can look it up in its historic facts, Navajo used the Skinwalker. It was almost like a military, like a battle thing, little platoon, I guess, against the Ute at night. They would use the Ye-Nadalushi to go and poison Ute natives, to sneak right up on them, and it was, and that's historical facts. I'm not making it up. I'm encouraging you to look at it and check it out. Really cool though. I was, and they would like crawl on the people's, like, I forget what the not longhouses, maybe they were called longhouses, but they would crawl on top of their homes and like kind of spit poison at them. Very interesting. It was almost like Native American Special Forces. And, then the kind of negative aspect of the Skinwalker, the Ye-Nadalushi, comes out. But yeah, I thought that was cool when I first read about that. God, 10, 15 years ago. Because I had watched, I was at a powwow actually, and I was in Spencer, Mass. And we were just watching, it was a bunch of my friends that I've known for years. This is longer than that. This is 20 years ago. And Lou Diamond Phillips was in some movie, and they were like on a Navajo res, and they were talking about skinwalkers. And I was like, whoa, what's Skinwalker? And my aunt at the time, before she got too old to have the store anymore, had a Native American store called Native Hearts. And it was a lot of it was Algonquin and Mohawk, traditional fancy dance. More traditional fancy dance comes out from like Southwest. Bright colors, big bustles. Traditional is like the trapper kind of dance. I don't know why I got off of topic on that, but I wanted to share something with you. I was looking up something, and even the government really gets involved in cryptozoology, but they kind of want to spread disinformation. So check this out. This literally is from mil.wa.government or .gov. So military.washington.gov. The Legend of Bigfoot. And it's National Guard. Now, tell me, I guarantee, if you just pay attention to the words that I'm saying, I'm not being rude, but like, listen to what I'm saying and tell me, pick up on what the misinformation or disinformation is. Legend of Bigfoot. This is on a government webpage. This is on a military government webpage. So obviously they know that these creatures exist. There wouldn't be laws in the book that you can't hunt them. Legend of Bigfoot go back beyond recorded history and cover the world. In North America, particularly the Northwest, you hear tales of 7-foot tall, hairy men stalking the woods, occasionally scaring campers, lumberjacks, hikers, and the like. Bigfoot is known by many titles with many different cultures, although the name Bigfoot is generally attributed to the mountainous western region of North America. The common name Sasquatch comes from the Salish, while the Algonquin of the north central region of the continent refer to it as the Witigo or Wendigo. Other nations tell of a large creature, much like a man, but imbued with special powers and characteristics. The Ojibwe of the northern plains believe the Rougarou appeared in times of danger, and other nations agreed that the hairy apparition was a messenger of warning telling man to change his ways. North American settlers started reporting sightings during the late 1800s into the 1900s, with the occasional finding of footprints, sporadic encounters, and even grainy photos and videos adding to the mystery. Those who have claimed to have seen Bigfoot have described everything from a large upright ape to an actual hairy human, sometimes standing over 8 feet tall, described as powerfully built. The debate and research continue. Entire organizations exist to study and document Bigfoot and prove its existence, and groups regularly search the Northwest woods looking for the ultimate proof. In one very real sense, however, Bigfoot does exist. The Western Air Defense Sector, Washington Air National Guard, adopted the mascot of Bigfoot and operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, monitoring the skies of nearly 73% of the United States and Canada. Just like Bigfoot of legend, the sector is rarely seen and rarely heard, but rest assured it continues to observe and, if necessary, serve as a messenger of warning. So, Bigfoot is not the Wendigo. Thank you, U.S. government. Bigfoot is not the Rougarou. Thank you, U.S. government. And I really don't even believe that the Ojibwe believe in Rougarou. That's not even their terminology. I read an amazing Ojibwe thesis. I have it in my filing cabinet somewhere. I have a subscriber who is Ojibwe. And she sent me the thesis. It blew me away. It's all about the bear walker. And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow. So right here, disinformation. The U.S. government will tell us information that's not true about the creatures that we study. It's just very strange. So also, I just want to kind of just chat. I don't know. I don't even know. I like talking to you guys. I really wish we could all just chill out, you know? Like, all of us. However many subs I have. I wish we could all just chill, have coffee, and shoot the breeze. Because that would be sick. One thing that I'm really looking at as of late is I'm truly on the fence, and I don't know which way to lean, and I don't even know if I should lean. I think I should just stay on the middle until we can figure everything out. I believe they are interdimensional travelers. I believe they can go from dimension to dimension, 100%. I mean, it only makes sense. Think about those footprints in the snow. Think about footprints in the mud, and then they're gone. Hunters seeing them in the woods, and then they're gone. The abilities that is possessed, like there was a encounter that a guy is standing in his backyard. So here's his fence line, here's his house, woods. He can hear this growl and this just like really kind of loud racket going on, sticks and stuff breaking, and he can't see it, but then boom, it's right up to his fence growling. And then like a day or two later, he sees a Dogman out there. I really think that a lot of the reason why we don't get photos is because something to do with the crossing the alternate dimensions and stuff. Scientists talk about other dimensions all the time. It's not sci-fi, you know. Mathematicians have proven that they exist. Einstein. So, awesome new cup from my friend of the channel, Jim, or Mr. Horror. He worked with the Warrens when he was a young man. Thank you, Jim. So one thing too, when dealing with these creatures, if you have them on your property, they're not our friends, okay? I don't care. I will debate this with anybody. They are not our friends, okay? They are not harmless animals. They are not harmless at all. They are creatures of unknown origin. They are ultra powerful, physically, mentally. Do not, and I don't like ever saying things of solid points because of how this field is looked at. Do not, please, do not gift these things. Okay? I don't care if you've gifted him an apple and nothing happened. Don't do it. It's dangerous. These creatures are not our friend. It doesn't mean you got to go out and hunt them, regardless of what your stance is on that. I think they are dangerous creatures. I believe they are dangerous creatures 100%, just based on everything they do. It's like if you had a silverback gorilla in your backyard and he didn't bother you, right? And eventually you kind of put apples out and stuff like that. And he never bothered you, but eventually it'll just get that snap. They're wild animals. They're dangerous. So please be smart about it. And I'm not insulting, pointing out anyone. Please don't think I am. Just, it's too dangerous to do something like that. It really is. DJ, I got to show you guys something. So when I go out in the woods, when I'm up at Tom Mezek, where Tom Mezek disappeared, I am armed. All right. I don't like talking about it. Personally, my view is that I know you guys care about me, but I don't want to be like, hey, this is what I have on me, because it's not what you're here for. I'm not a two-way channel. I am pro two-way, okay? I know that by carrying something that of that origin will protect me, especially using Fort Scott munitions, TUI, which have taken down bears, boar, one shot. So anyway, just, if you go out in the woods, prayer, I guess, works, but prayer is not. If you've got a charging Dogman and you pray, I wouldn't just rely on prayer. That's my own kind of I do, before I go into the woods, I give thanks to going into the woods. But anyway, getting off topic. My friend, friend of the channel, DJ, who has hooked up with the guy, he hooked up with the Navajo medicine man. It was a friend's grandfather who was a Navajo medicine man, and then started studying Catholic, the Roman Catholic, whatever, religion, and there's some couple other little things, but he was the one that shared with me the creation thing, and that guy's going to be coming on soon, because we're in the middle of winter and there's snowstorms going on all over. We couldn't get a chance to do it this week. I wanted to, but DJ, look at this is my new hiking knife. It is a beautiful real steel. It's not too big, it's not too small. Perfect hiking knife. I'm very excited by that. Thank you, DJ. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go in the woods, be safe. Think ahead. If you live in a state like me that is anti-2A, there are other things that you can use. New York State just literally now you have to have a semi-automatic rifle license to get a rifle, and they banned the Mossberg Shockwave and the Remington TAC shotguns, which they weren't even shotguns, they were firearms, which is illegal to do because they're not a gun, they're a firearm, but whatever. If you want to look at it like that, then New York State should ban starting pistols and nail guns because they are classified as a firearm because of the 22 caliber whatever. I was talking to a guy at Lowe's the other day, and he was telling me about how, the classification of certain tools, because they have a gunpowder and a cartridge, detonation cartridge or whatever. But anyway, be safe when you're out in the woods with that. Be careful. These creatures are dangerous. Bigfoot, Dogman, whatever, crawler, they're all dangerous. They all can, like, people are dangerous. You could be the nicest person in the world and have a bad day and snap. So what's to say these things don't do that either? There's an interesting tale that has been told for years, and I've talked about it maybe a couple times on here, about Lover's Lane. And the story's told about 100 different ways. But the way that Tim Baker had heard it, and he had heard it from the woman that this happened to, they're, I believe, in like Michigan, Wisconsin, one of the two states. And young couple at Lover's Lane, outside the car, and doing the deed, when all of a sudden a couple Bigfoot walk into the clearing and knock her out, completely knock her out. She's nude, dude's nude, and they have their way with the man and not the woman. And the woman is still alive and lives in a different country. But that's the story to that. That's the story that Tim Baker told me via the woman. So they're not our friends, dangerous creatures. I really think that there is some sort of biblical, religious something about them. I really do think they have, and I don't want to go off on a tangent. I think they have some sort of ancient, if you can cross dimensions, you've got powers, right? I don't know what they are, if they're Nephilim, what, but demons, who knows? The government supposedly calls crawlers pale demons. So we don't know. They called Bigfoot and Dogman black dog, black cow. So that's just pretty strange. I guess there's so much more that we could I really honestly I wish that we could just all hang out and shoot the breeze. I could get your handles on everything, and I might in the future figure out a way of maybe doing a live feed. I don't like doing live feeds, but I don't know, that's just me. Maybe I will soon. Here's something interesting. Okay, so a couple months back, I covered the Andrew Dawson case, and people are talking about it now like it's new news, which year and a half old news. And interestingly enough, I think the channel, they're subscribed to me. I'm subscribed to them. Mysteries of the Middle East or something like that. I forget real quick. I'll look it up real quick. Hang on. They have a video on their channel, and they're a very good channel. I really love them. They have a video where they are talking about subscriptions, where they're talking about possible giants building the pyramids. Middle East. Mysteries. Hang on. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. Mysterious Middle East. Great channel. I mean, there's a lot of very interesting stuff on that channel, but I was listening to one of the stories about how possibly giants built the pyramids. That makes sense to me. That really does. A lot more than humans building it ourselves. So, I don't know. I just really wanted to say hi and just share some stuff that was on my mind. I really appreciate this channel. I appreciate you guys. This channel has really given me a purpose of life. Prior to the channel, I was diagnosed with a terminal illness that was manageable by medication. At the point of my diagnosis, they didn't know if I'd survive because I had gotten so sick. But by the grace of God or greater spirit or whoever, I survived. Well, I was 38 years old. And kind of marked with like a death wish or death title or whatever you want to call it. With kind of no anything direction to go. And I started this channel, and that's all I do now is research and talk to you guys. And you guys have, us together have built this channel to where we are. And I have a sense of purpose, beside raising my daughters, but, which is an amazing sense of purpose. It's a gift to raise children, but to have this channel and to have so many subscribers that will stick up for you and call you out at other times, you know, that's why I say we're a family, because I've got people that will stick up for me if someone's talking smack, but then those same people, if I say something dumb, will call me right out. And that's what family does. So that's why I say Dogman fam, because that's how I feel. Jane, Lady Jane, probably one of my first subscribers. The woman has been with this channel for probably right from the very beginning. There's a lot of people that have too, that's still with me. There was a woman named Biddy that used to be with the channel a long time ago. I don't know what happened to her, but I think maybe she's still with us. I don't know. But Jane just had a Dogman experience. I got to get in touch with her. I've got this woman that is a TikToker, young woman, and her dad has had some crazy encounters in Appalachia. They lived in North Carolina, now they live in Virginia. So they've got some Dogman crazy encounters, the family, generations. So we got some good stuff coming up. My good buddy, I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't even really want to. He's never going to do an interview on the channel again because of fear. Because he was called out, not by us or the government, or he just doesn't want. I don't know. But he texted me the other day. He's got something amazing he's got to share. I've got some of the greatest subscribers in the world. And I know that you guys are subscribed to other channels, but you're my subs because you make me feel great. This channel makes me feel great. I'm blessed. So, kind of a midday bonus. Stay well. May the Great Spirit be with us all. May He guide us down that path that we call life.